4x768 tablet with all kinds of power inside. A dual CPU, 1.2 gigahertz Qualcomm processor, 16 or 32 gigs of storage, an accelerometer, a gyro, a digital compass. It's got stereo speakers in the front here, and has HP Beats audio, as you heard in there. And really, WebOS on the tablet is an exciting thing to see, because it brings all the things that we did great in the small form factor up to the great big size of the display. So let me go through and talk a little bit about the basic concepts of WebOS, and then I'll go through the apps and some of the cool stuff. All right. So first, let me show you cards. Cards are our organizing principle. They let you easily move from your different activities, look at your calendar, but not have to switch and remember context from everything else that you are doing. Cards are great too because you can stack them based on your different activities. So this is like my, my reading for the day, Sports Illustrated and People. And when I'm done with the card, all I have to do is throw it off the top. It's a really easy and intuitive gesture for how you want to close applications. The other thing that's great about WebOS is its notification system. The notification system is really neat and even better for TouchPad. So if I tap up here at the top, you can see that I have 3 different sets of notifications. I have 2 different emails, a Gmail and an Exchange Mail, and I've got SMSs coming in. Well, without moving away from this web page, I can easily triage my email. All I have to do is look at the subject and the sender, and if I'm not really interested in it, I can just toss it away. Now, this is great because I can go through my email without switching into an email app and losing the context of what I'm doing. So I can just move through here, and whenever I decide I find something interesting, I can go triage it directly in the email application. It's a really great use of space and a really great way that WebOS unobtrusively lets you multitask. All right. So next I'm going to show you the email application. And email is a place where I spend a lot of my daily life. I get a couple hundred emails a day, and the WebOS email application on TouchPad really makes it easy to deal with. So what you see here is a single email view. I can respond or forward or do all the regular things that you'd expect with email, but WebOS lets you work the way you want to. And so what that means is I don't just have to look at one email. I can look at my whole set of emails for one account, or I can look at all of my email inboxes, and I can adjust it or work in exactly the way I want to. Exactly the way I want to. And that's really, really great. The email app is also great because it lets you interact with it in cards. So if I wanted, for instance, to reply to this message from Molly, I can do it really easily. Keyboard comes up, and before I start typing, let me show you that it's a card. So I don't actually have to lose my context. I can even drag this email, drag this email off to the side, put it in the middle of this stack if I want, and go back and continue triaging my email. And that's really powerful. All right, so I put it in the middle of this stack, just to hide it a little bit. So the other great thing that we've done on TouchPad is a great virtual keyboard. The keyboard is great to type on both in landscape and in portrait, but even more than that, I can resize it. So this is one of the things I like the best about WebOS, is it lets me adjust to how I want to work. So if I want a keyboard that's slightly smaller so I can see a little bit more of my email, I can do that. The other thing that we've got is we've got numbers along the top, so I don't have to go digging around in symbols menus or anything like that. It's really easy. I can get finished what I need to. All right, so that's email. So next, one last thing I want to show you in email, because again, this is what lets you get through your email real quick. All right, so if I tap on this little check mark box, I can go and multi-select. And multi-select then allows me to delete or move in a very easy way. All right, so beyond just email, we get to do all kinds of fun stuff, right? So let's go look at my pictures. And so you probably saw some of these pictures up on stage, but what's really great about our Photos app is it brings in synergy. It's not just about whatever photos I have on my device. the Photos app brings in photos from Facebook, PhotoBucket, and Snapfish all to one place. I don't have to go to 5 different applications to look at my photos. I can easily look at it here. So you can see if I scroll down that these photos are tagged with the Facebook icon. So I can go in and real easily move through my pictures and look at them and resize them and all that stuff. All those things you'd expect from a Photos application. All right, great. Well, what do we do that's more than that? Well, first, as you saw, we can comment. And so Facebook comments are a really deeply integrated piece of the Photos application. That means that I don't have to go find another app, load some website. I can do it right here and be done with it. And because we're HP, what else do we have to do? Print. All right, so I tap the printer button, I tap the printer I want to print to, and print. And that's it. And what you can see, you probably can't see below me, is there's a printer hidden underneath here that's printing as soon as it comes out. Yeah, you can see it a little blind there. But as soon as the picture comes out, I'll show you. I can print whatever you guys want, so you don't think I'm pulling any tricks. But this works with all of HP's, or almost all of HP's connected printers, so things that are Ethernet and wireless connected. All right, so you can't, yeah, it's going to come out like under there. All right, so more than just photos, though, we do all kinds of other stuff. So let me show you a little bit about the Kindle application. All right, so let me get to the launcher here and launch Kindle. All right, so you see I've moved into portrait orientation. I've got Kindle up, and I can go look at the Barcelona City Guide where, you know, everyone's going off to Barcelona, and you can see it brings up the beautiful display, shows off the text great, and I can page through just like I would expect. The Kindle application uses Amazon's WhisperSync technology, so that means that your place in your book is preserved across all your different Kindle applications or devices. It's still printing. And it's a really great app to use and play with. And when I'm done, throw it off the top. All right, so what other fun things do I like to do? Well, the other thing I want to play with is Armageddon Squadron. And I'm not really good at this game, but it's a really awesome game. So PolarBit developed this app really in almost no time, and you can see it shows off the incredible power of the Qualcomm CPU and GPU. You don't see any lagginess, you see beautiful graphics, and you don't get to see my poor gameplay. But what I will tell you, and I'll try it for a second just so you can see, is that we've got, like I said, we have a gyroscope and accelerometer, so this is really a great gaming machine. So if I pull it off a demo mode, you can see, one, my terrible flying, but also how great the graphics look, how easily and quickly this